Welcome to Talking Wall podcast where I talk about literally anything and everything with my little side dish of opinions and tangents. So, I'm gonna be honest here. I just spent the last 2 hours recording other episodes, and my computer decided to crash, so I ended up losing them. So, I'm repeating what I said, and because I am tired of talking at this point, I am not going to have long episodes for this situation, So today I wanted to talk about life, really, just life and how it sucks and how it's amazing. And I know there's a whole other episode on why life is amazing, but I want to talk today about why life kind of sucks. And yes, I can be negative Nancy and be like, "Oh, wars, hunger, dehydration, oh my god, all these things, like yeah, life does suck because of that." But life also sucks for a lot of different reasons. Like when I say like life sucks, I don't say like my life sucks. I'm grateful for my life. I really like my life. I'm really comfortable. I have a dog. Like my dog's pretty cool. She's laying on my feet. She kept my toes warm. Oh no, she got up. Now she's itching her ear. But when I say life sucks, it's usually a very momentary thing. And life for me doesn't usually suck for that long. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks when it's sucky. But I've had to come to the realization that like life sucks for a reason. And like although I'm not a really religious person, I do want to explore the religions at one point or another, but I'm not a really religious person in this moment in time. And I just find all these terrible things happening to me, or like a lot of times I think it's just all these terrible things are happening to me. Like I dropped a cup earlier and it shattered everywhere. Like it cut my hand. Yeah, it sucked. And it's like I was like, God damn it, why did this have to happen? And then my computer crashed, and it was just like, why is all these sucky things happening? And it just makes your day sucky. But when you look at it in such a negative way, it's not that sucky. So like my computer crashing, maybe those episodes that I had just talked about sucked. Maybe they truly were absolutely terrible. So maybe it was a good thing that they crashed. I don't know. But life doesn't suck. It's mostly like the way you're thinking it sucks. Cause like, yeah, say somebody died in your family. Well, you could be like glass half full and be like, oh yeah, she's in a better place. She's not in pain anymore. All these things. But like, maybe you needed to let go of that person. Maybe that person was like holding you back in a way you didn't understand they were. There is a in my I think there is a reason for everything that happens. I think that there is truly a reason behind everything and why everything happens the way it happens. And I'm not going to say it's like fate or it's karma or it's God or all these different things because like I don't know what it is. I just know that life sucks sometimes. And I had like lately I've been feeling a lot of guilt with my other side of my family. And I'm not going to go into details about it, but like I've been feeling really guilty. And it's just like I'm like life sucks. Like why why do I feel this guilt and why all these things? And I realized like maybe it's a good thing that I don't have those people in my life. Maybe it's a good thing that I feel guilty about that because maybe one day I shouldn't have to feel guilty. Like, yes, I'm going to feel guilty in this moment in time. And yes, I'm going to take a second to recognize that I do feel this guilt, and that I do feel like an absolute shit person. But I'm also going to realize that it's for a reason. And it's not just because, like, certain things, it's because of reason. And I think that's just really what I'm on right now, like because of everything that like literally just like deleted and all that. But like this topic was not in the original episode that just got deleted. But I just wanted to talk about life and how it fucking sucks and how it is amazing at the same time. Because you have to just realize that you have to really change your thinking, I guess. And I've been sitting here staring at a wall. And like, yes, I am talking to a wall. That's the point of this podcast name, is because all my desks face towards a wall. Why do they face towards a wall? I'm not sure. This wall in front of me, I have painted Homer Simpson, the Roadrunner, Scooby Doo, Curious George, and a little penguin on the wall in front of me. And then on the wall side of me, I'm in the middle of painting. How can I be better on that wall with a question mark? Because that's a question. It's a rhetorical question. But like, you can really dive into like everything. Like, why do I face a wall? Why am I sitting like this? Why do I sit at a 90-degree angle? Like, you can think all these things. You'll be like, oh, this muscle hurts. Blah 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 blah. It's fucking life. I don't even know what I'm on at this point. Like, I am like so unbelievably tired, and all these emotions are coming at me at once. But I don't think I know I'm gonna post this because it is I don't know. It's my thoughts. And my thoughts right now about life are jumbled because life is very confusing. Life kind of sucks. Yeah. I just had I just saw a friend today actually that I haven't seen in a while, and he got kicked out of his parents' house for smoking weed. And I went to go say hi to him because I haven't seen him in forever because he's been grounded for like a year and then gets kicked out. So I went to go see him, and I saw him, and he told me this thing about another friend that I've been in contact a lot more than I have with him, that this friend that I've been in contact more hasn't told me. And so it's like it was pretty devastating to hear this thing. I'm not gonna say what it was because I think that this person I'm talking about listens. But this this thing was devastating to hear from somebody else. It was devastating to know that this person didn't go to me about it. It was devastating to know that like in the midst of everything that's going on in their life, they chose to make that decision, and that decision sucks. And in the end, it she's they I don't know. They're still suffering from this decision that they made, and they're asking the moral question like, did I do the right thing? All these different things, and it's just like you've already made the decision, and you're gonna live with the guilt. Pretty much, it's like it's guilt. It's a guilt, but it's like all these things that just like compile and compile and compile and compile that just like really makes life sucky sometimes. But it also makes like life amazing because like when you face all these negative things, when you face all these terrible terrible things, all this guilt and all these things, and once you are free of that guilt, like I can't tell you how to become guilt free and all that shit, but like I can tell you that once you become guilt free about something, you feel so much better. You look at life in a completely new way. It's like finishing this TV series that you've been watching, like Grey's Anatomy. Like you say you finish that and say they finally stop making new seasons. Like you're gonna feel this sense of like impending doom. You're gonna feel this sense of like, what do I do with my life? And when you find something, not when you find something, but when you look at that from a different, oh gosh, oh, Jesus. But when you look at it from a different perspective, you're going to realize how much more free you are without that. How much more freer you are without that guilt, without that feeling, without that sorrow, all those things. Like, say, say your best friend died. If my best friend died right now, like, I would be so upset. Like, I laugh about it, but like, I would genuinely be so upset. And I don't know what I'd do with myself. But in in the quote unquote grieving process, I'm gonna tell myself that life sucks. That like, what's the point of living if I don't have this person in my life? What's the point of living if everything in my life is just gonna be ripped away from me? I can think all these things, I can say all these things to myself, but once I like realize like, oh, maybe this person was taken out of my life for a certain reason. Maybe this person was meant to die for this certain reason. Like, I'm not saying that anybody's meant to die. I mean, everyone's meant to die because like we are born to be dead. We are born to have lived. We are born to have existed, to live, to find meaning, and all these things, but you're going to feel so much more freer with that thought or with that kind of thinking that really makes you like realize that life isn't so sucky. So this episode is literally everywhere. Like I can't even. I'm so tired at this point, but um with all that like jazz being said, like meaning of life and all that, like you can blame all these things that happen on life or the meaning of life, all these things. Because like when you look up like the meaning of life on Google, it's gonna come up with like 42 or some dumb thing. And I think that the meaning of life is life itself, like living. Like in order to find meaning, you must live. And in my opinion, the meaning is living. So like the meaning of life is to exist, to live, to experience, to enjoy, to feel sorrow, to feel these terrible things, yet feel these amazing things. Like, I don't know. It's like getting a rainbow. I mean, this is a really stupid analogy, but it's like a right. It's a good analogy. Like to see a rainbow, it must rain first, and then you're gonna get a rainbow, and then you're gonna get a sun. So like that. That's kind of like that's kind of where I'm going with life and how it's sucky and yet how it's amazing and all these things and yada 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 yada. So yeah. Um. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the point I was trying to make in this, but I think that posting this episode is gonna almost like shed light on how messy life is and how stupid life is and how upsetting life is and how tiring life is, yet in the long run how amazing it can be and how great it is and the meaning. Because maybe in 2 years I'll find the meaning of life being something else. Because I don't know. You grow, your mind changes, your brain is constantly working. You have subconscious and a conscious that's working simultaneously. You know? You know. So, yeah. Thank you for listening to this episode, although it was very confusing. Please rate it. It does help. 5 stars would be really appreciated. Till next time. Thank you for listening.